Okay, today's topic is about hoping that you can. Whoa, almost lost you. That would have really sucked. I'm trying to. Hang on. Can you see me now? Can you see me now? Oh, okay. So today's topic, I don't even know if you could see me. So if you're just getting like half of me, that's okay, I guess. Right. Today's topic is about the real reason straight Americans can't accept gay Americans. And before I actually get into this topic, you may not agree with a lot of things that I'm going to talk about or say. And that's fine. You don't have to. I don't agree with a lot of the things that other people say. So how about we just agree to disagree? And then this way there's no war, because I'm not making this video to per se start a war or anything like that. I just want to kind of get my piece out. My piece, get it? I want to get my piece out about how I feel about this topic, because I really truly think that if you really listen to some of these words I'm about to tell you, well, just listen. As gay people, okay, most of us have to deal with, hatred, prejudice, and fear by some homophobic heterosexual Americans who can't accept homosexual Americans. And that's okay. If you don't want to accept us, then don't. Why do we have to accept you? Now, please note that I'm not talking about all straight Americans or any other country for that matter, but just for those who do their damnness to make our lives miserable. Because, why don't we have a right to be happy? Just because you want us to be miserable, so we have to be miserable? That's not fair. Many people like to quote the Bible when it comes to homosexuals or homosexuality, just being gay in general. People like to quote the Bible, and it pisses me off because, well, for a lot of reasons, because the Bible has changed from way back in the day to now. There's so many different versions of the Bible, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But many people, quote the Bible as their reasoning for gay bias. That makes everything okay because you're quoting from the Bible. And it really doesn't, because who actually wrote the Bible? I mean, really think about it. Truly, who wrote the Bible? It wasn't Jesus. It wasn't God. It wasn't any of those people. Okay? But, so people, they quote the Bible as their reason for gay bias, denying us respect, acceptance, the basic human rights, going against what Americans and Jesus Christ is all about, okay? But the funny thing is, I believe that the reason they cannot accept us is because of a very childish and emotional reaction that has nothing to do with the Bible. Honestly, it has nothing to do with the Bible. On a primal level, homophobic heterosexual men can't accept gay men because we are not like them. And the root of the issue is the childhood ridicule and scorn taught by society against any perceived weakness and femininity. What is really behind this self-righteous, smug-mouthed foaming and red-eyed craziness against gay people and lesbians in particular? And it all starts way back in first grade. Boys learn to make fun of each other, right? Girls learn to hate each other and make fun of each other because they're not the prettiest or they're not the skinniest. young boys teach each other that they are better than girls. So anything feminine is not as good as anything masculine. So feminine's bad and masculine's like amazing. Like, this they all learn from observing adults, okay? Media, sports, and action heroes, various degrees of abound in America, encouraged and accepted by men and women. The root is really anti-feminist, anything to do with females. Men are strong, women are weak. Men are leaders, women are followers. Men have intelligent, women just gossip. Men are aggressive, women are passive. But what about passive men and aggressive women? Because there is such a thing. Even gay men use words like girlfriend, princess, or queen when talking to each other, which, like it goes again, boys learn to get at each other at making accusations that another boy is like a girl, and since girls kiss boys, then to be gay is to be a boy who kisses another boy. The gay is to be a boy who kisses another boy and a girl who kisses another girl. But from the start, Americans or anybody were taught to fear this type of ridicule. No one wants to be perceived as weak, so the fear of not being masculine enough is smashed over each other's heads, okay? By either a family member, an adult, a peer, whatever, a teacher, whatever. Any sign of femininity is like being a sissy, quote unquote. There's this one thing that I want to read. Okay, so listen to this. Women can make close friendships with other women, but straight men can't get too close to other straight men. And why? Well, because there are a lot of lonely straight men out there. Because to get close to another man would be meaning gay in other people's eyes, which is not necessarily true. A man can simply get close to another man without being gay. They can be friends. When men get together, they talk about girls, sex, sports, cars, gadgets, tools, the stock market, politics, facts, figures, etc. Men are always trying to impress each other, boasting about their accomplishments and achievements to appear stronger, smarter, tougher, richer, better, to each other. Notice that I said appear, though. But for two men to share their feelings, struggles, failures, or sadness with each other is, well, way too gay, a sign of feminine weakness, and that is not okay in our society. Okay, this is what I wanted to read you guys. Some Christian men haven't gotten wind that in the Bible, and this is true, and I'm going to tell you what verse it's from. In the Bible, it says, David and Jonathan cried in each other's arms, kissing each other because they had to separate. 1 Samuel 20:41. And yes, I'm talking about King David, who was chosen by God to rule his people. Think about that. King David and Samuel, right? Or I'm sorry, King David and Jonathan cried in each other's arms, kissing each other because they had to separate. It's in the Bible. Now, this is what makes me mad. I have heard there are a few Bible translations who just, because people who just can't deal with the scenario of affection between the two men. The Living Bible in 1971 translated that David and Jonathan sadly shook hands, tears streaming down their cheeks. Shook hands? Are you kidding me? Really? Really? And the new version, okay, the newest version, in 1996 says, both of them were in tears as they embraced each other and said goodbye. New Living Translation. Who are these people making it up? See what I'm saying? It's not God, it's not Jesus, it's not Jesus Christ, it's not Mary, it's not Joseph, it's not Paul, it's not David, it's not anybody. It's just random people. People that are Christians or Catholic or anything. I know I'm going to get so much hatred on this video, but I wanted to point out the biblical things that everybody, all these straight Christians, I'm sorry if some of you guys are Christians that watch my videos. I love you guys, and I don't want you to judge me as much as, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is it okay for you to judge me, but I can't judge you? Like, the Bible even wrote, it even said right in the Bible, if you want to quote the Bible so much, I mean, everybody's always so quick to quote the Bible. Well, the Bible says, a man shall lay with a woman and only a woman, or whatever it says. But also, the Bible also did say that David and Joseph lied in each other's arms kissing because they had to separate. Kissing. That would mean they were gay. Correct? And then again, they left out the kissing part in the 1996 one. And yet another, in 1993, this is all different versions that they made. And then they kissed one another and wept, friend over friend. Let's make it very, very clear, shall we? They had a quote on there, friend over friend, because they did say, and they kissed one another and wept, friend over friend. The Message, 1993. Right there, I just quoted every version of the Bible of that specific passage, message, whatever. And like they always say, the Bible is clear, homosexuality is a sin. But you know what? Well, I say the Bible is very clear, do not judge so that you may not be judged. For with the judgment you make, you will be judged, and the measure you give will be the measure you get. Matthew 7:1-2. I mean, the same prejudice used against blacks and Jews and other minorities is still alive in us GLBT people. Americans have progressed some in civil rights, but are we really that far ahead or just more clever in how we hide our prejudice? I mean, really. Black people don't want to be hated on. Jews don't want to be hated on. Well, then why are you hating on gay people? I mean, you don't have to like what we do, but you can like us as people. We are human as well.